Hello friends, welcome to How to VLN channel. This is DBA stream. In this video, we are going to see how to create a schema in Oracle RDBMS. Let's get started. So the create schema has this following steps. Let's first verify if the schema that we are going to create already exists or not. So that's the first step. And then we'll create the schema in Oracle. A user is also called a schema. But in the latest version of Oracle, which is say 19C or 23C, they have schema only account wherein you will not be able to log in. As a user, what do you expect? You will expect you should be able to log into the database using the user, right? When you say user is allowed to perform a logon operation, right? But in 19C and in the later versions, you have a choice to create a user without logon as well, which means that they will not have any password. That's the only simple difference. So they may serve as an application schema which is having no logon at all. So they will only serve the purpose of containing the object. Again, schema is part of the logical architecture of the Oracle RDBMS. Alright, it's just a place where you hold all your related objects together in one location. That's what is called a schema. So let's say you have an application and you have say a number of tables, sequence, procedure, packages, everything, and you wanted to they all serve one single application. It makes sense to put them together in one single entity, right? That entity is nothing but the schema, which again is called an user in Oracle. Versus in MS SQL and in other databases, they have a different meaning. User and schema has a different meaning. All right. So let's get started with our actual operation. So we will verify whether the user exists. If the user doesn't exist, we will create it, and then we will verify if the user created successfully or not. Then we were going to grant some basic privileges for the user, and then we'll try to log in also to the user. All right. So again, as usual, I'll clear my screen and let's verify our environment. It's a 12.2 database, but it's the same with 19C or further. But 19C has a new feature which is a passwordless user, a schema. All right. I'll probably make a separate video on that. Let's connect to the database and verify. Like I always say, you be sure of what you are searching for. Right? Otherwise, you may end up missing the information. So upper of username, there is no user by the name user app01. Now I'm creating a user. So create user, this is a user and this is also the schema identified by, I kept a very simple password, but you can keep a very complex password as well. Password policy and if you have a Oracle has a mechanism called a profile. If you assign a user with a profile and the profile has a password function, then when you reset a password or when you create a user with a particular profile, Oracle expects you to adhere to that particular password function. You can have password restrictions as per your organization policy. Alright, and then default tablespace app01. This is the one we created in our last video. If you want to take a look, you can take a look. Alright, so this is a non-default tablespace. We created it. If you don't mention any tablespace name here, by default it goes to users tablespace. Okay, so let's create this one out, and then all I need is only this user, not everyone else. Because we just completed creating the user, isn't it? So okay, so user is user app01, account status is open, profile is default, table space name is tbspc a app01, temp table space is temp, and created it around this just before few minutes. So let me just reduce this a bit so you can see them in one single place. Alright, just give me a minute. Yeah, we've shrunk a bit, but we need to shrink much more. Alright, now you can see all in one place. User app 0 and account status open. Profile is default table space. Temporary table space is temp. You can assign a different temporary table space as well. Is it maintained by Oracle? Oracle maintained? No, it's maintained by us. The sys user, for instance, is maintained by Oracle. I'll show you. You should not be touching such users. That is what Oracle says. See, if it is maintained by Oracle, it's owned by Oracle. Remember that. Okay, so this was created just now. So anyway, to show you just now. So, all right. I don't know. I don't. They have different dates. My God. Oh yeah, it's a sys user. Sorry, I was surprised. Okay, you see, user app 0 and 15, 20 and 23. Okay, good. So, and we will grant necessary permission to the user. I'll walk you through, guys, on how to verify the user privileges in a separate video. I'll just give you a hint about them. User app 001 grant no yeah. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, the issue is I trying to grant back to the user itself. That was the issue. Uh, that's a table space, right? We need to grant. Alright, this is done. So the views you should be aware of are DBSS prevs, DBA role prevs, and DBA tab prevs. These are the three important privilege verification views you should be aware of. Okay, so let's move on. Now we created the user, we granted the permission. Let's try connecting to this user. Okay, so this is the user, right, and the password. See, from 12 from 11 to itself, Oracle made the secured case sensitive logon as default equal to true. So if you're trying to log into the database with the password case insensitiveness set to false, you can log in with any upper lowercase combination. Password is case insensitive, but it's mandatory you keep it case sensitive on. Okay, now I logged into the database and you can see I am logged in as a user who I actually created. Okay, this is a very quick video. I hope you like this, and thanks for joining with me. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to How to Learn channel. And please feel free to share your valuable feedbacks on the comment section. Thank you. Bye.